here's what I want you to see. Whenever I'm starting off doing a demonstration, immediately when I pull out a sanitary napkin, there are some people in the room, and especially most men, who are probably like, oh my goodness, where's this thing about to go? And if you're a man in this room and you got excited because I pulled the sanitary napkin out, something wrong with you. Wow, sanitary napkin, we're about to do it. No, I was not excited. I was literally going to walk out the room. I'm serious. I was going to leave, right? So I shared that, and I shared that for a reason. Let me tell you why. Because most people need to know that because that's the actual thought that they're having. I don't need to be in here. Yes, you do. I addressed that for a reason because now I'm able to get over the objective and the hurdle of the people that's thinking that way sitting in the room. It's important for you to understand. First thing I do is I always show the product and I ask the ladies, what do they notice about this product?
It's thin.
It's thin. I say that for a reason because guess what they're familiar with? Things being a little bulkier.
Yes.
Right? And a little more than that. So I'm able to actually get their attention because there's nothing like getting the ladies on your side. You're going to need them through the course of this presentation, fellas. So that's a way of getting them involved. The next thing I do is I share that our medical advisory board have shared with us that the average female, when they're on their cycle, they give off anywhere from 15 to 50 milliliters throughout their changes throughout the day. So in other words, here's what I'm saying. The average female changes 5 to 7 times a day. Throughout those 5 to 7 times a day they're changing, they're giving off 15 to 50 milliliters. So what I do is I go on the high end of the actual 15 to 50. So what I do is I go to 50 milliliters. Y'all ready for this? Now, boy, that's some technology. I tell you, these youngsters got it going on. She didn't put the phone on the door, and it didn't stuck. Look, I'm looking at like she's setting the alarm. What's she doing? She got, man, I've never saw anything like that. She got the phone stuck on the door. That's getting it done. I want y'all to see this. And what I do is I set it at 50. So in other words, I went to the high end of what we were told. The next thing that I do is I pour the actual 50 milliliters onto the pad. Now here's what I'm sharing. I let them know that's a lot of fluid to be put on that pad at one time. The average female would have been changed by now. Your granddaughter, your niece, your daughter, they would have changed by now. That is a lot of fluid. They get a chance to really, they're getting this. It's connecting with them. Remember, everything we're saying, everything we're doing is for a reason. Right? Now, I begin to share what the big problem is, and here's where I let people know this is where I had my change of heart when I first saw this demonstration. Remember, I was the negative guy in the room, and I'm never the negative guy. I'm like, man, if y'all don't hurry up with this bad presentation so I can get out of here. I'm hungry, I'm ready to go. I don't care if this pad grow wings, fly off the table, make me breakfast, cut my grass every day. I'm not getting involved. That's what I'm saying to myself. There will be nothing you can show me that's going to make me do this. But here's where things started to change when they said this. One of the main reasons a lot of females have issues on a monthly basis, a lot of things that could be avoided, is the fact that they're wet. When you have the fact of the moisture, that heat, your body heat, 98.6, 98.7 degrees by nature, bacteria, that's a recipe for disaster. Boom. Hold on, I got a wife and 3 kids at home. Now I got to pay attention. Because now, what type of human being you will be, actually will be criminal. For you to get this type of information and you don't share it with anyone, that's sad to me. And to be honest with you. And you notice the most heartbreaking part? Ladies, y'all about to stop liking me after I say, tell y'all this. Women break my heart more than anybody else. oh, I'm past that stage in my life. What about your granddaughter? What about your daughter? What about your niece? So in other words, you mean to tell me some of you all, you know what you went through as a woman.
Come on.
And you're unwilling to pass this information all at once. Because here's the thing. I'm a man. I will never have to use this product. But when I thought about my wife and my kids, I'm like, hold on, man. I don't want them to suffer unnecessarily. How selfish that would be of me not to bring this information back to them. I want you to think about this. And this is the heartbreaking part. And we get this more from women than we do men. Do y'all know we have more men that push this product in this campaign than women?
Yeah.
I'd be heartbroken with the fact that women, how selfish and the stances they took, because you're past that phase in your life. Well, don't let another female suffer unnecessarily. And listen, it's not even about you getting involved. It's about the fact of letting them know that they have a better or a different option out there. Now, I did all this. I did that soliloquy because guess what I had to do? Buy some time. You need to talk for at least, you need to have a gap in time where you can speak for at least 2 minutes. Whether it be your story, whether how you saw this, what you think about it, you need to be able to do that because you're actually giving the water time to actually penetrate into the absorbency system. Then what I do is I take a red napkin. I use a red napkin by design. Do anybody know why?
Because of the flow.
Because it gives them an idea seeing red. But why else? Anybody?
It
shows. Because you got people that may be in the back of the room that can't see everything, so this will show well. I then begin to put pressure. Would y'all agree on putting some pressure on this?
Yes.
Not cheating, right?
Yes.
And this is what we come up with.
Dry.
When I saw that, I said I'm in. I went from negative Ned to I'm all in. Tell me what's next. Because guess what I saw? I saw the fact that now you've just created a situation where you're able to keep women comfortable and dry.
No.
You've changed the game.
No.
You've just created a situation where you're able to help women that's past that stage with incontinence, that have their little leakage and dripping with the panty liners. You've changed the game. Tell me what I need to do. I told you I'm not the dumbest guy in the room. And it didn't take me long. And remember, watch this. Those guys didn't have to ask me to get involved.
All right.
See, I want more people like me. They didn't have to ask me, do you want to get started? Do you see it? No, I saw it. And I'm ready to take it to the next level. Now, I'm going to take this cup and I'm going to fill it halfway. I want you to see this. You just wet the pad, right? We're going to fill this thing up halfway. How many milliliters did I pour on the pad? Anybody remember?
50.
50. Okay, I'm seeing if you're paying attention. You didn't go to sleep. Okay? As y'all can see, I'm a professional pad teller. I'm skilled at this. Now, what I'm going to do, because I'm going to block the TV, I'm going to literally take the absorbency system, right? And y'all got to be paying attention to everything I'm doing, because everything I'm doing is for a reason. And I'm going to take this entire absorbency system, and I'm going to place it into the cup of water that's filled with the 50 milliliters, right? I'm at halfway full. I want you to see this. Now, watch this. Tell me what you notice about the top layer of our product. Who said it? It has holes. Breathability. See, we don't want anything going back to the female's body. We don't want that heat. We don't want that bacteria. We don't want all that moisture going back to that female's body. Because if you look at the outer layer of most sanitary napkins out there, it's like a trash bag. Everything is going back to the body of the female. That's what we want to be able to avoid. Well, hold on. I want you to see this. What do you notice about the top layer of our absorbency system? Say it again. It has holes. It's vented. Come on. Y'all know the answers to the test. No, I ain't trying to trick you. It has holes in it. Watch this. The bottom layer. There's microfiber holes in it. See, in other words, the entire process is breathable. We want breathability. This helps that female during that time of month. Now, how many milliliters did I pour in a pad?
50.
Right? But tell me what y'all notice that I'm doing. Anybody?
You talking buying time.
Not only that, but what else I'm doing? What I'm doing?
Blocking the view of the cup.
I'm blocking the view of the cup. They can't see it drying up. Because here's what you don't know. I'm about to get another, whoa! She grabbed the heart. Oh, my goodness. We have literally, after pouring 50 milliliters onto the pad, we've literally turned the water into a gel. And if you touch it, I want you to see that it's cool. Let me show you why that's important. Guess what we discovered? That when females are on their cycles, their body is running a little hotter than normal. So now it's almost like you have your own little built-in AC system. That's cooling you off. See, in other words, I'm showing the value of what we have. But it gives them that ooh, ah effect because I'm standing in front of the table. They don't realize what's coming next. At this point, they're done. I'm being honest with you. They're done at this point, but watch this. I want you to notice this, what I'm about to do. Before we wrap up, why am I saying that? Anybody know? Tell me why. Think about it. I say this intentionally.
Let them know it's almost over.
Say it again.
Let them know it's almost over.
It's not going to be too much longer. See, you got to do that for people. Because somebody might be saying, okay, this is good, but I got to go. Oh, there's more. Oh, you almost finished? Hold on. I never get people to walk out. That's a technique. I'm doing this. Guys, before we wrap up. See, I'm doing this to set you up to see what's left. If you don't have these two books, you need to get them. You need both of these books if you don't have them. This validates your position in terms of the material that we actually have inside of all of our sanitary napkins and panty liners. Graphene is a Nobel Prize winning material. The two gentlemen who won the Nobel Prize for graphene in physics, they actually discovered graphene in 2004. They won the Nobel Prize in 2010. Why do you want to express that, and why is that so important? Anybody?
Credibility.
Credibility. Validation. You are giving validation to this material for all the doubters in the room, and you already know people are scared about things that they don't know. And here's what I always tell people. See, let me tell you something. Let me put this down for a second, because we're training while we're doing this too. See, it's easy for me. Let me show you why it's easy for me. So y'all be wrestling back and forth with people. Will graphene kill you? Graphene gonna kill you, my diet's gonna hurt you. First of all, let me share something with you. To your doctor, to whoever it is you may talk to, because I haven't met one doctor yet that I've met personally that knew what graphene was until I introduced you. I haven't met one. That's true. Every doctor that I've ever talked to, met, sat down with graphene. What is it? Can you send me some paperwork on it? That's right. They've never heard of it. So now, watch this. I don't care who your doctor is. I don't care who your sister is who has a degree in whatever, in doctoral, whatever it is she has. They can't do more research than the Nobel Prize community. The Nobel Prize is not given to individuals that will harm or hurt humanity in any way, shape, or form. Guys, I want to believe that I'm smart, but I'm not smarter than those folks. They did the research for me. Also, graphene, you got to know this. It's a natural material. It's carbon-based. Graphene is not synthetic. It's not made from a chemical. It's derived from carbon. Listen, if you want to ask is graphene dangerous, here's what I'm about to tell you. Graphene and carbon is infused into your body. You breathe in oxygen and you breathe out what? Carbon dioxide. Carbon is in your fats, your proteins. You see, you got to know these type of things. And some of y'all get pushed around and bullied mentally by people because they got a title or you think they're smarter and you're more educated. See, I've read about this. My wife and I, we went through these books. I've been to graphene conventions. I've been to 2 of them. So it's going to be hard for you to push me off the block because I know about it and I'm educated. But you're showing this for validation. And the fact that your company took the time, guys, to actually put a Nobel Prize winning material into a sanitary. Where most companies, what they use is old trash and newspapers. They put it through an 8-step bleaching process, even in the payment liners. They put it through an 8-step bleaching process. And that's what they use for their absorbency system. We decided not to. We decided that a woman means more to us than that. And we wanted you to know this, right? Now, the benefits of graphene. This is from research. Always refer third party. Because guess what? It's never on you now. The benefits of graphene. It helps with dysmenorrhea. Painful abdominal cramps. Graphene also helps with your immune system. It helps with your metabolism. It helps move heat away from the core, aka hot flashes potentially. For the women, I'm past that phase in my life. Right? I want you to hear this. Graphene also, guys, it is a 99.9% bacteria killer. We're saying what graphene does. That's not saying our product is, we're not saying our product is a bacteria killer. We're saying what graphene is. This is documented. Graphene contains little blades on the end of it, on a graphene atom. So anytime bacteria makes its way, a bacteria atom makes its way in the same vicinity as graphene, it splices it in half. Helping with the personal fragrance that females deal with during that time of month. Y'all like that word, personal fragrance? I've been doing this a while. Look at the elegance of savoir-faire that I'm able to talk about this. It helps, it's like, see, all of these things are what you want to know. But also, here we go. Graphene contains what we call positive electrons or vibrational energy. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time. I'm going to demonstrate this for you. I want you to see this in terms of the vibrational energy, okay? I want you to take a look at this. Now, this is, I take the strip out. I want to show you this for a reason, why I do what I do. I want you to touch this for me. Did it shock you? Electrocute you? You okay? We don't have to call the ambulance? I do this for a reason. Because of what they're about to see. They don't know what they're about to see. But I do this for a reason. I take the strip, and this is a 7-watt light bulb. Listen, it's this type of white light bulb that you have to get, guys. Stop trying to go to Home Depot and get a 40-watt, 60-watt. This is not strong enough to illuminate. This is a low. See, listen. This light bulb here, literally your hands can trigger this from the go off. Do y'all know why? Because your body has energy. Anywhere this light bulb detects energy, water, anything, it will illuminate. So you got to know this, right? So now, but it's a 7-watt light bulb. You can get it from Amazon. If you need to take a picture of this one, you can. Specifically, they'll deliver it to your front door. But it's this one specifically, okay? Now, I'm going to take this strip. Remember, anywhere it senses energy, it would illuminate, correct? Mm-hmm. So let's just see if we're able to find any energy. Oh. Now, here's what you can't do now. Will it electrocute me? Will it shock me? Y'all ready for this? What did I have them do just now? You touched it. And that's why I asked you. I said, did it shock you? Did it electrocute you? See, in other words, you already felt it and you felt nothing. So now you can't come back, because here's how you got to explain this off. People automatically think when they see or they sense energy, I want you to hear this, they automatically think electricity. Okay? But here's where I'm going. Have anybody in here ever heard of solar energy? Anybody here familiar with the windmills? That's in the Midwest? That's energy source. Have anybody saw water by the dams? That's an energy source. So is graphene. Graphene is simply another energy source. There is a new graphene charger that's coming out, right? They're about to release it. Miss Felicia, there won't be any wires, no plugs, no anything. You will literally be able to sit your phone on the graphene charger. Within 20 minutes, your phone will have a full charge. Graphene info. You guys need to go there, and you want to be on their newsletter. You want to get information. They send you so you can see what's going on in the world of graphene, so that you will be able to work this out. So you'll be familiar with it. You can see all the things that's happening, and it gives you the education. I want you to think about something. Watch this. People think graphene will be harmful to them, but I'll ask you a question. Do y'all know that they're going to use graphene to purify water?
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that. So if it's so bad, it's going to be in your water. Water goes inside your body. The pad's not going inside your body, it's sitting there. But I'm showing you all the purposes and ways that graphene is going to be used. Now, here's the last and final trick. For this one right here, you got to be on point. Okay? You got to do this one to the T. What I'm going to, and this is where it's crucial. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take 60 milliliters of water. You have to measure 60 or as close to it as possible. But this part you're about to see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 60 milliliters of water that I measured. I'm going to pour into this cup. Now I'm going to take iodine, which is brown. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 drops. 1, you got to do 4. 2, 3, 4. 4 exactly into 60 milliliters of water. And this iodine is called Lugol's. L-U-G-L-O apostrophe S. L-U-G-O-L apostrophe S. Now, to my guests in the room, would you agree that this water is brown? Right? So now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take one of our panty liners. Do anybody know why I'm using a panty liner? Huh?
The lowest absorbency.
Nope. Does anybody know why I'm using a panty liner for what I'm about to do?
You got 30 of them in the pack.
You got 30 of them in the pack. I told you got people in this room that's smarter than you. She's right. You use your panty liners because you got more. They got 30 in the pack, so if you're going to do this part of the experiment, you want to use your panty liners. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to pull the strip, the graphene-infused strip, out of the panty liner. Right? Because it has 30. Like that young lady let us know. So what I'm going to do is taking this strip, remember the water is brown, and they're really waiting to see. Let me see what he's going to do now. I'm pulling this strip apart of this. This is if you really want to get fancy and take your presentation to the very, very next level that it can possibly go to. Right? And actually,
Can I ask a question?
what you should do, hold on one second. What you really can do is actually almost have your strip set and ready to go. That's what I should have done, being prepared, but I was too tired to be prepared today. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this strip and I'm going to drop it in this water. Oh, I pray this trick went today. And I turn, right? And what I do is I'm setting them up. I do things like that. I hope this works what I'm about to show you.
Wow.
Tell me what happened to the brown water.
It purifies.
It purifies.
Drinking water.
Her mouth is open. Totally clear.
Yes.
In other words, she said, let me share something with you. It's one thing to talk about the power of graphene. It's another thing to show it. 60 milliliters to 4 drops. I'm talking about drops. Don't try to be fancy. Don't try to pour it and freestyle it and mess it up. It's a formula that you need to have, but it's a very powerful demonstration of the actual product. Now, when I do that, as you're wrapping up, I gotta show you this before we actually seriously close up. Because when you do this, now you open the floor for questions and answers. You can't be afraid of that. But before I do that, because I'm closing for real, I want to make sure everybody got this. You got to have this in your hand. I want to make sure everybody get one of y'all, just pass them back. Before I close for Q&A and everything that we're going to do, I'm going to give this to you guys. We have in our 1 year celebration anniversary in Atlanta, Georgia. That's right, so be some more. Look, y'all better be whooping all the money we spend. Y'all better get some we ain't cutting no corners. We are literally going to host a weekend in the $100 million Porsche North American headquarters. We are renting Porsche out for 2 nights in a row.
Yes.
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 Place is going to be totally shut down for us. That wasn't cheap. One of the main reasons we did this is because, number one, Felicia here, we wanted to let people know. When we tell y'all we're going to be $1 billion company, we mean it.
That's right.
We want you to be able to see it. We want you to be able to feel it. We don't want you walking in a little regular facility and that we got from a cousin and there's a little small ballroom. So we want to show you the ambiance of where we're going. And we were willing to make that investment in. I want you to look at this. Guys, I want you to see what's going to happen this weekend. It's important that you know this. Thursday night, we're going to have a Welcome to Atlanta on the rooftop of the boutique Kimpton Hotel. That's actually the hotel that's next door to the actual Porsche Center. But the room rate that we was able to negotiate, I'm sorry to tell you guys, is already sold out. They're out of here. I mean, the distributors gobbled them up. There's no more of that available. So just get you a hotel in and around the airport, you're fine. Because the Porsche building is literally 7 minutes away from the airport. So any hotel in the airport area, you're good to go. But I want you to see this. Thursday night, we're going to have a Welcome to Atlanta event. On Friday, we're going to have 6-Star University, where you're going to hear from some of the best in the company. All of our diamonds and above who've been making it happen. They're going to be training and everything at 6-Star University. That night is going to be the gala. Tuxedos for fellas, gowns, beautiful gowns for the ladies. And keep in mind, those that staying in the hotel next to Porsche, literally, you'll be able to walk right across the walkway. And you're in the Porsche building. Okay? On Saturday morning, we're going to do a 5K run walk. All of this is included in your price, right? You're going to do this, your t-shirt comes with this and everything on 5K run walk. Then my wife is going to be hosting the very first well luncheon for the women, exchanging life lessons for y'all ladies. And Ms. Crump, I don't know if you want to talk about that, because if I'm not mistaken, you know, they have to do leopard and all of this. Is that? Come on up here for a second. Come on up here. Come on up here. Talk to us about yours. I don't want to speak on your luncheon and misspeak on what's going to happen. Go ahead, sir.
First of all, I want you to give him a round of applause. Love his jokes. I don't get to come out that often. I'm like, what is he saying? So, incredible presentation.
You were Jones? All right. I ain't gonna ask you now. Gotta let me know, I won't do it.
Yeah, but that weekend, so we're planning a lot for that weekend, we really are. And I'm excited because this is the very first Women Exchanging Life Lessons event for us ladies. So I mentioned that it was a title of Unleash the Lioness Within, right? Because I believe that we all, I've come across some amazing women that, Ms. Crump, I just can't, but I don't believe no one is more shy than I am. Right? And so what I believe is that we all have that thing that it gets unleashed at that moment when we find something that we're passionate about, something that we believe in, something that we want to say, And so then I often say that I'm a lioness when it comes to my husband and my kids. Like, you turn into something different. There's something different about you. And so I believe that we can live that way as well. So I'm excited about that event. It is our very first event in that way. And
All right, give it up. That's going to be the well luncheon. We're still not done. Fellas, we're going to have our men's locker room.
All right.
So while they doing their thing, talking about us, we're going to be doing our thing. Talking about it. For all the fellas that's coming. And then that night, we're going back to the Porsche building Saturday night. Because we're going to have an awards and recognition ceremony. Yeah. We want to just have people we want to celebrate. And keep in mind, guys, we're going to have entertainment. Friday night we have a live band. So you guys coming up, we have a band playing, and we're not gonna have an iPod on playing the hit list. We have a band playing. But here's where I'm going. What I want you to see. We're gonna feed you 3 times for this cost. You're gonna get a meal Friday night at the gala. You're gonna get a meal at the well event. You're going to get a meal with the fellas, with our event, and you're going to get a meal at the awards recognition. But I want you to see, for $250. My wife is a witness in here, she'll tell you. We have been to company events where it cost us $400 per person. So we had to pay $800 for both of us. You ready for this? We didn't get a t-shirt. You got to buy your own food. You got to pay for your own hotel. See, in other words, we still don't even want to gouge you on ticket prices. We already doing, this is a $500 per person ticket. $1,000, easy. But we wanted to make it affordable.
Thank you.
We wanted to cover the cost. Because we want you to come and be celebrated. We wasn't doing it, let's make all these money off these people. No, let's do it to where we can really, really look out for them.
Yes.
And they feel good about coming. But to be a part of our 1-year celebration, you should be there.
yes.
Because here's what you guys don't know we're going to be celebrating. Most companies, especially in the direct sales space, they don't even never make it to 1 year. They don't make it. True. And if they make it, they get that scratching and clawing. Well, we not, guys. We get there in the Porsche building after 1 year. This usually happens after you've been around 5, 10 years. Because we're showing you we mean business. And we want you to be there. We want you to get that ticket because most people, a lot of times, they always give you the reason on why they can't. I would love to be there. I just can't afford it. Can I say something to you? You'll always be saying that. If you don't learn to break that cycle in your life, no, I'm serious. You're always going to be saying that. Let me tell you why. Most people don't understand how important it is to put themselves in a circle to be able to network with like-minded people. Because the very thing that you possibly could need for your life, you could be sitting at the table having dinner with that person would be right there. I'm going to show you a proof something. I'm not going to tell you this out of fallacy. My wife and I, we always have personal guests that we invite to each other. Like I got people that's coming that's not even in our company. They don't even know nothing about our product. They come to support, right? Every person who came to last year's event in Atlanta. Y'all remember that was a nice event, sold out and everything, right? Yes. Watch this. Every person Kiana and I invited to that event, except one couple, they all got involved in the company. I'm going somewhere with this. One couple in particular, they came to the event as guests. That event was in June. They got involved with the company, and in September, they went diamond. Remember what I told you all. My wife and I, we don't enroll anyone. So all of our guests, If you meet them, you shaking hands with them, and you find out who invited you, oh, Demonic County Crump, you better grab them and hold them hostage. The whole weekend, because they're yours. Because we don't enroll anyone. Well, watch this. A gentleman there met that couple. He personally enrolled them. So now he has a diamond organization in his business, but he didn't invite them. We did. Because he just so happened to be at the right place at the right time. See, what really blows my mind, Bear, is when all these people got all these visions and they're going to do this and that for 2020, and 2020 going to be different, it's going to be a change. Oh God, I got to change my life. I ain't living like this no more.
What happened?
But you always at home. You don't ever want to get off the couch. You don't ever want to go be uncomfortable for your actual success. See, y'all should have a problem if y'all always hearing about I'm always at home. We got to get out here and make it happen. You got to go meet people. You got to go network. You got to go learn how to get in a circle where successful people are. I want to be in the circle of like-minded people because here's what I know. You don't have to tell me this. I'm already knowing a lot of you, a lot of times you get beat up by your family, friends, and associates. The ones that's closest to you, that don't want to support you. So this is almost a time for you to be restored. I get to get around all of the people that's going in the same direction as me. And if I'll be honest with you all, for 13 years full-time being in this industry, if I could tell you anything that kept us alive is the fact that my wife and I, we never missed one event that we qualified to attend. Never. Because when we were able to go, we got those tickets, we going, because we wanted to always be plugged into the action. And that's where a lot of that success came from. Because guess what I did being there? I learned. I learned from the people who were the best of the best. I learned from the people who were doing this and that. Because I was always the type of guy, listen, I'm not asking you for anything. Just show me and I'll get it done. So I would always go there with my pen and pads for the information that was needed, and I leave there and I take my life to the next level. But I attributed a lot of it to events. Don't ever forget this, guys, as I close with this part. Events build belief. See, because most people get a chance to see that your business and your vision and your company is bigger than the rooms that they sit in. See, when they walk in there and they see hundreds of people dressed up, nice, pours, oh my goodness, this is a lot bigger than I could have imagined. And that's what an event does. It spikes a person's level of belief. And South Carolina, I gotta say this, shame on y'all if y'all not there. This is a 3-hour drive for y'all.
Hello.
People gotta get plane tickets and this and that. I got people going from the West Coast. It's a short drive for y'all.
That's right.
Y'all right up the street.
Yep.
Now, y'all can get in the trunk of somebody car. For 3 hours, put me in the trunk. I'll be all right. Because it's a quick 3 hour. No, you need to know that to be able to come. Now, on that note, any questions, concerns, comments, anything you want to know about the presentation, your business, now the floor is yours. The door is open. Anyway, yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Take it away.
I just want to know, while I'm doing my presentation and with the iodine, why can't I use the same strip that I just took out the pad that I just switched out? I can't use that same one?
You actually can. I just use a painted line. Believe it or not, I'm spoiled. Y'all know that strip that I use that I keep in the plastic bag? That's the same strip I used when they first sent us the pad the very first time. I've never ever, I've been always using that strip for months. That strip is over probably a year old. And I just kept it in that bag because I don't know if y'all remember, when I first used to use the presentation, we didn't have the product yet. So I had to use that same strip everywhere I went. So I just kept it. But actually you could. Yeah, you could. See, but try it first. Remember, I don't do nothing freestyle. I'm experimenting at home in the lab just to see if I do a presentation, if that same strip not, but if not, you know, you can use a painting line or a fresh one. Anybody else? Questions, comments, concerns? Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
What was the name of that first book? I've seen Graphene Revolution.
And the next name of the book is just Graphene.
Just Graphene? Okay.
And actually, I met Joseph Beanie, one of the authors. I actually met him, and my wife and I, we had a chance to have dinner. He was very impressed on what we're doing with Graphene. Any other questions, concerns? Yes, ma'am.
Where would you find this book at? Where would you get it from?
You can get this book online, or you can go to any Barnes and Noble.
That's right.
And you can actually get it. What I did was, I went to Barnes and Noble, ordered it through them, they ordered it. But you can, if I'm not mistaken, you go to Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon?
Yes.
Yeah, you go to Amazon and buy it.
Thrift books.
Thrift books.
Thrift books.
Thrift books?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can go there, so I know they got individuals that know. Yes, ma'am.
I'm new to all of this.
You're new to all this, go ahead.
How do you buy it? Do it come individual or like 4 packs? I mean,
In terms of the product?
yes.
Okay, here you go. Each product is packed, we have 5 different versions. For example, this is our panty line.
Okay.
All right here. This is our panty liner with wings. And this right here is also a mini pad. So it helps with absorbency, and a lot of women, they're loving our panty liners are our top sellers.
Yes, they are.
Because they help also with incontinence. Some women have the little drips and different things. It works for them. So this is this one. This right here is our moderate flow pad. So if you have someone, their flow is kind of light for a younger girl, this will be a perfect one to start off with. The moderate flow. This is our heavy flow. So now if your flow is, let's say, medium to heavy, this will be the one you get. And this is our super heavy flow. You just, people that, I need a diaper. No, serious, women that share that with me. This is the pad that they use, but it's also, it's a little wider and it's real long. This is a long pad. When I took one, I was like, oh my goodness, it's long. But this is our super heavy flow for those people that have a really, really heavy cycle that's used. And
for at night.
yes,
Is that for at night?
most women on their first few days, and I'm glad you brought that up, they actually use this one, no matter almost what their flow is, because they sleep with it, because it absorbs a lot. Now, I want to say this in reference to this. Many of you guys, you always have to do this. Now, gentlemen, this may be a little uncomfortable for you, but you have to do it. Let me tell you why it's important. Whenever you're selling somebody the product, or whenever someone wants to know about it, and I always share this with a woman, and I do it very politely. Excuse me, ma'am, I don't want to be real personal. This is important so I can know which product you actually need. Do you mind telling me how is your flow? Heavy, moderate? And the reason why you're asking that, you don't want her to get the wrong product.
Yeah.
Because now she needs the super heavy flow, and you sold her the moderate. Now she have a bad experience. Guess what she's gonna be saying? The product doesn't work. So you have to make sure you give a person the right product. That's very, very important. Or if they say to you, my first 2 days is really heavy, and then it calms down, well, awesome. You're gonna actually need both of these, because you need to take this one to start off with, and then you can transition to this one as your flow gets lighter. See, this is the way, you gotta know how to sell your product. And that way, you have a satisfied customer, because remember, that very first experience that they get with the product, that's the one they're gonna get. And if you sell them the wrong product, they have a bad experience. Now here we go. It has a bad name. Remember that. Please don't just give a person a product because they want it. I know you won't make the sale, and I know you're trying to get rid of your product, but sell them the right one. Because if you don't, it can turn out to be a really, really bad situation, and you're giving your business and your company a bad name unnecessarily. It's simply because you gave the person the wrong product. I was just with the Amish community a few weeks ago. They were having this problem. And when I told them that, they were like, oh, thank you so much, Damon, for telling us that. Because guess what they said? We weren't doing that. Somebody was coming to buy. We was just letting them buy whatever we would have to sell them. And we didn't act. Now they've readjusted. Guess what didn't happen now? Some of the complaints they were getting, they're not getting anymore. Because they were giving people that should have had this pad, this pad. So a person that's real heavy, they're really overflowing that pad, and it's the wrong pad. Very, very important that you know this. Questions, comments, concerns? Yes, ma'am.
Would this product be for something for women who have like maybe a light bladder leakage issue?
Let me say something to you. very good question about incontinence. Because there are, y'all mean I know y'all don't know this. Y'all know there are men that use our product as well.
Yes.
For incontinence. One of the doctors that actually endorsed us, he started endorsing us because he had a prostate surgery. He survived prostate cancer, and he left him with a little incontinence. So he started actually using the jewel pads, and it was the only thing that got rid of the smell and kept him dry to where he didn't have to wear basically a diaper. So that's why he's been excited. And in fact, I saw the tickets purchased the other day. He just bought his tickets to the event that he's coming to because he really believes in what we're doing. So, in reference to incontinence, absolutely. These pads work amazingly. Let me share something with you. We had women that was excited with the incontinence issue on this thin liner we had. So I know they're excited about this one. With the wings, and this is like a little small mini pad, right? And I've had testimonies from women that was telling me they love the product because sometimes with their incontinence, they'll get a little gush. Y'all come on, women, y'all tell me everything. I'm an honorable member of y'all world or not. I know it, so you ain't got to worry about it. And the lady said she was running. She's in the airport. She felt it coming. She said, I'm running to the airport to get to the restaurant. She says, oh my goodness, it came out, and she said, I'm keep running because I'm too embarrassed because I'm just knowing all my pants are messed up. She said she got there. She said the pad held everything. She says nothing. She's ever since she gave her testimony. This was a customer. She says, I will forever use this product. See, that's the type of stories you want to hear. That's the type of customers you want. So can you imagine when you got 1 million of them like that? Every single month, they're going to buy your product. And this is when you really should get excited. When you got customers that's buying the panty liners, you really excited because watch this. This person's going to be on this almost to the rest of their life. Because women use panty liners often, even when they pass their cycles. So when you're able to get somebody that's connected to the panty liner, you hit a home run. Because you're going to ride the wave all the way with them. That's very useful knowledge for you. Absolutely. Wonderful for the incontinence, these panty liners. Recommend them highly. Anybody else? Questions?
When you get a kit, what do you get in the kit?
Inside the kit, you get a variation of all of these products. You have a choice of, when you become a distributor, right? Costs you $50 to enroll. That's $50 per year. For you to be a distributor, that gets you your websites, everything that you need, because everything is done electronically for you. Okay? Then, becoming a distributor, you have a choice if you want to purchase product. We have 2 product kits only for distributors because we give you a little extra. This is not available to the customers. You get a $99 choice, or you can get a $250 choice. With the $99 kit, you're able to get 20 packs of pads. Okay? With the $250 kit, you get 47. But the only thing that don't come in the kits are these. We just got these in, and the reason why these will be a la carte for a while is because we don't have a lot of them. So we can't dump them in the kits. So these will be the only thing that you will buy separate, or your customers will go to your website and purchase. And remember, anybody that goes to your site and purchase, we ship it straight to their front door for you. So you don't have to worry about any of that. But these will be a la carte for a minute until we're able to catch up with the inventory that we have to involve these in the kits. That's why the actual white pack is not in the kits yet. It's for those who want to know. Anybody else? Questions, comments, concerns? I mean, y'all got it all together. It's your turn. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I hear people putting them in their shoes. What's the benefit of that?
Graphene, a lot of people, these are the testimonies we're getting from people that's been putting them in their shoes and saying it helps them with the pain.
It does.
Especially people that's on their feet all day. Stylists. Man, listen, they got people that's been using this stuff for headaches. You see? There's so many uses. They got people that's using it for after they have babies. They've been putting it on their breasts. All types of stuff that's going on with the graphene. But the main thing is people say for the pain, and it helps their legs for people that stand nurses and people that's on their feet a lot. I mean, you have people at meetings, taking their shoes off. We don't need to see your shoes. Okay, we got it. They put in your shoe. They pulling their shoes off. Look, one in my shoe now. And we got it. We know you use it. So I'm just saying that's the reason why most people, they are putting a panty liner inside their shoes. Helping with that point. Yes, ma'am, Virginia.
Testimonies.
Mm-hmm.
We don't make any medical claims. We got some people that's feminine. These are testimonies by people who actually use the product.
That's right. You heard that? And then you can go to our website. If you go to your jewelpads.com website, you can read the testimonies. Read some of these testimonies that's coming in, and also send these testimonies to us. If you get testimonies or you have one personally, you can send it to support@jewelpads.com. We'll post. We won't put your name, so we won't put anybody's name, but we'll just post the testimony, and we may just put Virginia, South Carolina, and that's all we put. Maybe a first name. We won't put your last name, your city, your state, but we're letting you know we want this information because people are looking at it and they're paying attention to it. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
I was on one call with you and you were saying it was 5 ways we do real business. Remember, a couple of them was like going to GoDaddy and registering your business.
Correct.
Are you familiar?
Yes. In terms of what he's sharing, everybody should have a domain name. Everyone. If you don't, you need to go to GoDaddy.com. You're able to get you a domain name for maybe $15, whatever, a year. Let me tell you why this is important. The company is automatically going to give you a URL, all right? For example, Pastor Hayward, his name is Charles Hayward. So we would give him, if he was to set it up this way, his name would be charleshayward.jewelpads.com, right? As he was signing up. That's the name the company is going to automatically assign to you. But for a customer, that's too long. I'm not going to remember Charles Hayward. It's too much to remember. So what you're able to do, if you go to GoDaddy.com and you get a domain name, now the domain name will be linked to that URL. So anytime somebody put in your domain name, it's going to automatically go to that website. You want to make it simple for the customer. Here's the liability with his name, if he was to keep that as his website. How do you spell Hayward? Is it Hayward? Is it HEYC? So now you don't want the customer to get in a situation where they don't know how to get to you simply. You want your name to be as close to abc123.com as possible. See, some of y'all be trying to be fancy and have all these names in a different spelled a different way. All that's cute for your business cards and sound good, but you're not thinking about the end user. I don't want the customer to have no problems getting to that website. I want to make it as simple as possible for them to make a purchase from you. You got to think this way. That's one of the ways as he's speaking when we're saying we're doing real business. Guys, you have to know. Get you a domain name. I highly recommend it because you trying to do the name that we're going to give you is too long. Direct a domain name to be able to go back to that URL is very important in terms of your success. But you want to make it as simple as possible. Whether it be, you got to find you a .org, a .net, but something simple. You already know if your name complicated, don't use your name. So you ain't going to be able to use LaQuisha, and you can't use all that. That's my name, I'm proud of. We know you proud of who you are, but you can't do that for the customer. Because here's what y'all don't know. See, if I was an unethical CEO, I wouldn't tell y'all this. See, y'all don't know why. Let me tell you why. Because here's what y'all don't know. Do y'all know every time a person logs on, and if they try to go to your website and it's wrong, guess who they automatically going to default back to? So guess what I could be saying? You know what? They're passing out all those business cards. They're passing out all those samples. I'm not going to tell them anything about how to make this thing easier because every time that customer is getting it wrong, automatically it's going to default back to the corporate site. And that's customers. Oh, Ms. Compton jumped up.
Yeah, I want to speak on that. Because we get this a lot. And
Customer service.
I'm actually going to say a person's name because I think it literally is, if it's spelled wrong, it's automatically going to default to jewelpads.com. We have a person, theirs is, and I'm going to put it out there, Comfortable, so dry. Comfortable.
You heard that?
So if you said it to me, I'm thinking you're saying
Comfortable.
so dry. So I'm typing in comfortable. We don't have a comfortable so dry. Right? So what's happening is they're spelling it wrong, so it's defaulting to jewelpads.com.
Automatic.
So you want to be clear when you're kind of creating names and you're putting words together. If you're saying it to someone, maybe not giving out a business card, or maybe when they even looked at it real short, not thinking, oh, it's not comfortable. It's comfortable. That's what they created. So I just wouldn't do stuff like that. I would be real clear. And I may have somebody that said, well, I actually typed it in when I was sitting right there with them. That's strange. We're really not trying to steal your customers. We want you to have them. So literally. So, but I would definitely watch that. Be careful, be creative, but just be careful in the way in which you do it when you're creating words and you're not being clear. Maybe when you're putting it on your banners and your business cards, be really, really clear about that. And if you call in, because we've had it where people will call in and say, well, I was there and I don't see this person in my back office. If you call in, we can switch it. The thing that you don't want to do is wait too long, because then if the commission period closed, then it's done, right? But if you literally, know I had somebody to go in, it's strange, I don't see her in my back office as my customer, we can remove that. We can move them and put them with you, and all their future orders will definitely be signed to you if they go to the correct name. Now, if they continue to go to the wrong name because you haven't called them to get it straight, they're going to continue to go to jewelpads.com, because we have customers under jewelpads.com. We will call them sometime to say, hey, we noticed that you purchased from the company. How did you hear about it? And they say, oh, well, this person gave me a card. I literally have customers that call in and try to describe the person that mentioned the product. I don't know how to find her.
Yeah.
So be careful, because a lot of your hard work, it's in vain if you can't, keep up with your customers. That's why I say, I know when you're out, you're busy, even if you're at vending events and you may share some information, try to get some of their contact information. Whether they don't want to give out their phone number, maybe their email address, and maybe you do a follow-up email. It is a part of doing business. You want to have a relationship with your customers, right? So that's something really important, because we see it a lot. It concerns me because I think we get the fault of, well, I know they signed in under me, And I had somebody say, well, Ms. Crump, I've been handing out a lot of business cards. Can you give me all the people in the system that signed in Maryland? Oh, no. But why would you think all of them are yours? So it's just stuff like that. It's like, okay, I can tell you how many, but that would be unfair for you to think that all of them are yours. You're not the only person handing out business cards in Maryland. And so I had a customer that they said they went to the site and purchased. I don't see their name in the system at all. It's possible that they told an untrue. So things like that happen, but I would kind of keep some type of contact information on my customers. You want to make sure that you follow up with that.
But you heard that? Somebody have the wrong name. They spell comfortable wrong.
Yeah.
You see the issues? But that's why we saying, guys, listen, stop. We know you won't be fancy and cute. And you won't wear the t-shirts with it on there. You got to think of that end user. I want this process so simplified. I don't want any challenges for this customer trying to purchase from me. We want to make their life easy. That's your focus. Very, very important in terms of that question. Anything else? Yes, good. Go ahead, Leroy.
Could you speak just a little on fundraisers?
Oh no, I'm gonna speak more than that on fundraising, because I had some information about that. And I'm glad you brought that up, Leroy, because I left here without making these copies. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually about to throw Leroy under the bus. He don't know it. I got one copy left, but I'm gonna give it to this gentleman. So any of you guys that want a copy, you have to see Leroy Eleanor. So make sure you don't leave without getting their phone number so you can get this. And it's also going to be sent via email, right? And I'm going to show you this. Everybody can see this board real quick when I'm about to show you in reference to fundraisers. Watch this. In terms of the fundraiser, this should be an outlet that all of you guys focus on. You got to add this to your arsenal in reference to the fundraisers. The organization that does a fundraiser with you, we're going to give them $3 off every pack of pads that's sold. But the distributor that brought the fundraiser to them, we're going to pay you $2 off every pack that they sell. They're getting 3, you're getting 2. This is where it gets good. You got to understand this. We're going to help you rank advance from fundraisers because we're going to give 100% of the credit of the customers who purchase through them and 100% of the dollar amount to you towards your rank advance. So what do you mean by you say that, Damon? All right, for example, y'all know to go diamond, it takes at least $10,000, right? In revenue. So if that fundraiser did $10,000 in revenue, you're a diamond. Or if that fundraiser had 500 individual purchases, you a diamond. Because we're going to count all of their customers as yours personally. Going somewhere with this. Some of you guys may say, why is rank advancement so important? If you've never been in a company, rank advancement over here is not just about celebration and being ceremonial. Oh, you went diamond, come on, let's clap for them and bring you across the stage and just to have a rank. No. Rank advancement actually means something over here. Rank advancement is important because it's beneficial, and I just heard him say it in the back, towards the profit sharing. See, when it's time for us to cut the checks on the profit sharings and split this money with y'all distributors, you want to be as high as you can on the rank totem pole because that's more money you get out of the profit sharing pool. For example, all the way up to diamond, your first rank is called believer. Then we have conqueror, trailblazer, warrior, then diamond. So every person, and we just had a new couple from South Carolina went diamond. Curtis and Gertha Dansby. In Beaufort, South Carolina, they went diamond. Right? What, yesterday? So guess what's taking place? When it's time for us to cut these profit sharing checks, they're going to get 5 of them. They're going to get every rank that they pass leading up to diamond. See, this is why it's important for you. It's just not about bragging rights. No, it has a financial component to it as well in reference to this. Now, in terms of these fundraisers, guys, do you realize, let's say you take a school district, middle school, elementary school, and let's say you had 5 schools that sold 100 packs. The whole school sold 100 packs. You just went down. Remember, you want to have a lot of people doing a little bit. See, here's what some of y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to get one school to sell 1 million pack of pads. See, you don't want to go to, no, let me go to a lot of schools. And whatever they're going to sell, 30, 25, 50, 80, 60, let me let it add up to be a lot. See, that's the mindset. But I'm about to show you something. Here's a letter that I created. One thing y'all going to learn about me. I will never ask you to do something that I myself don't do. Do you guys know when I get downtime? Do y'all know I email organizations? I contacted the Delta's national headquarters. They responded back. I sent them this letter. Right? I have people now that are emailing this letter out that I have right here to organizations, and they're getting responses. I'm going to read it to you, but Leroy, as I said, I'm going to leave, this is my last copy. I'm going to leave it with you guys, and now y'all going to be responsible to connect with them to burn y'all a copy. Or get their phone number, whatever, I'm going to need a copy of this, or also we can get it emailed over too, because I have it via email. But here's where I'm going. Watch this. Here's the letter. My name is Damon Crump. Now, obviously, your name's not Damon Crump. You can change it. You got to be specific. Y'all are sending this letter, Damon. You changed my stuff off with yours. And it's sad I got to give that disclaimer, but I'm going to say it. Because some of y'all will send a letter just as is. My name is Crump. I am a proud U.S. veteran, CEO of the Justice for My Jewel campaign, which I have the company website in parentheses, and Jewel Sanitary Napkins LLC. And I have the name of the website, which you'll put the name of your website. And more importantly, a husband and a father. The world is often shocked when they find out a man is passionately championing this campaign and product because they underestimate the love a man has for the females in his life. This email is being sent with the hopes of collaborating with your organization based on two crucial perspectives. One, females need to be educated about the potential health challenges they are facing on a monthly basis due to the use of tampons, poorly designed sanitary napkins, and panty liners they are currently using. Two, every organization has active involvement that looks to contribute to the mission and cause that they believe in. We believe you would agree when we say that a female cycle is a natural part of their life. Through our campaign, we have hosted hundreds of educational focus groups, both domestically and internationally, and we have found that though they are very different in many ways, the majority of females have a common bond in reference to their cycles. They would do anything to be comfortable and dry during that time of month. That's what Jewel offers. This is not a solicitation for revenue. Jewel is a company on very solid ground financially. Graphene Info recently published an article on the success of our Nobel Prize winning material and highlighted the fact that in just a few months, we have taken a $6 product and earned over $600,000 in sales. As of the date of this email, we have been in business for 7 months and are closing in on $1.5 million in revenue. We are FDA registered and certified through the Georgia Minority Supplier Development Council. Jewel Sanitary Napkins is open to sharing the revenue from fundraising with all organizational collaborators as we bring awareness to the potential solution we are presenting to females. Fundraising with Jewel is not only a lucrative opportunity for your organization, but it is also an opportunity to present a healthy choice for the families that support your mission. Should you choose to partake in this collaboration, every aspect of the process is done seamlessly. There is no messy paperwork involved due to our online registration system. Through this system, your organization creates its own username and password to track all supporter sales. We have included a shipping and pickup option as well as for all of your supporters to receive their product orders. Your organization is able to choose the time length of the fundraiser to fit the needs and goals you may have. You can visit jewelpads.charity to see our fundraiser video and discover more information on our line of Jewel products. Jewel is a product that doesn't need selling, only education and awareness that a superior option exists. Please feel free to reach out to us for any further questions or concerns to our future collaboration, Crump, CEO, founder, and corporate officer.
Yes.
This is what I said. Now listen to me. There may be some things that you don't like. This is a template. Take out what you don't like, fix it, tweak it, send it to where now all you're doing is copy and paste it and press the send. See, I teach people that you should be at least sending out 25 of these a day. I'm talking about emails. Well, it might not work. No. When you get a break, when you're bored at the job, you know you be on YouTube and Facebook and all that. So you can literally just say, hey, hold on. Let me just go to an alumni association. Let me go to an organization. Let me go to a fraternity, a sorority, a church, or whatever, and just shoot the email over to them. You can literally go to the church's website, and you'll find out who the secretary is, who the assistant to the president is, and send them an email. Guys, this is the thing. And let me share this with you. I send this, see the format that it's in? This is the way that I actually send it. I don't send it as an attachment. Anybody want to know why?
Because a lot of times they don't open it.
They don't open an attachment. I don't know who you are. You could be a bug, a robot, anything with my computer. So I send it as an actual letter. So soon as they review the email, they got to see the information. See, all of this is designed and thinking about you, giving you the activity that you actually need. Here it is, y'all. It's in his hands now. So literally to get a copy Or serious jokes aside, you could do that. Or if you guys send me an email, dcrump@jewelpads.com, for you guys that may live away from here. Dcrump, D is in Delta, CRUMP, @jewelpads.com. If you shoot me an email, I'll email you a copy of that letter you just read. And that way, you guys can have it and use it to have for yourself. But this is what you need to send out. So that way you can look at it, see the format. You know what, let me tweak this. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to add this, and then send it. But there should be no way that you're not getting some sort of traction. Because right now, if I'm not mistaken, we probably got anywhere from about 35 to 40 fundraisers going right now. That people have been able to make some interaction and actually have active fundraisers moving. Great source of income for you. Because just imagine, I want you to think about this. The 100 pads that each one of them schools are selling, remember, you're getting $2 off every pad they sell. So that's literally $200 you picking up from every school. And you ain't did nothing but send the letter to them introducing the fundraiser. They're actually doing the work. So see, stop trying to always make $1 million in one spot.
Right.
Spread it around and get you a little bit from everyone. But here's the benefit, here's the good part. This is the crucial part, you can't forget. Whenever the fundraiser wraps up, and we are selling the product out to these individuals, you have to send your labels to us. This is important for you to send us your labels. Our staff is going to take your labels and put it on every pack of pads that these people's ordered to ship out to them. Why is this important for you? Because the fundraiser is going to be over. And when the fundraiser is over, these people still got their pack. They want to reorder product. Duh. Now they can go to your website and reorder, and you've just been able to pick up all these customers from a fundraiser that an organization or a school did that you had nothing to do with.
What size labels do you recommend?
You should have a label that probably can fit, let's say like right here, where we can just tape it on, the Avery labels. For you guys that may be familiar with Avery,
Yes.
you want to get those labels. They usually come about 90 to a sheet, right? Look, here you go, perfect.
Yeah.
Look, here, look right here.
Okay, that's what I'm sure.
And what I would put on there, I will put maybe an email address. I will put my website, right? And possibly a phone number. That would be it. That's it. Because you want them to know the crucial things they need to know. If I need to get in touch with this person to get more product, who I can call, who I can email. But more than anything, I see the website that I need to go to. Because remember, the fundraiser is going to be over, and that fundraiser website for that organization is going to be offline. So now by default, all of them are going to go back to you. So you just picked up all those customers. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Crump, can you speak briefly to the vending machines, the status of the vending machines?
Vending machines. Yes, we are coming out with a new vending machine. And our goal is to have vending machines at all the airports and on all the college campuses around the country. What's going on with the vending machine right now? We are getting prices from several of them. So we're looking to have about 5 companies that we have prices from. We're telling them the dynamics we want, you know, because we want to have ones with software in it, for example, that lets you know, it'll send you an alert when the inventory gets low. Because we got to watch some of y'all don't sleep next to the vending machine. You don't want to go home. When it's empty, let me feel it. No, we want them with the technology. It will alert you.
Excellent.
Hey, you're getting low on panty liners. So that way you know what to bring to load your vending machine back up. Because people are purchasing that, right? We want to have little videos on it. So when people are purchasing, you got a video monitor built into it. We got little 30-second videos so they can see things like the wet dry test, whatever, on why they should buy the product.
Awesome.
All of this is important for you on why we're doing this, okay? We want you to be able to have that in terms of a vending machine. But we also are looking for price. We don't just want to go with one person. We want to be able to compare prices. So that way we can bring a good deal to you guys to say, hey guys, this is the company we want to go with. This is the price we're looking at. So that's what we're in the process of currently doing right now in reference to the vending machine aspect of all of this.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Mr. Crump, in reference to the fundraising,
Uh-huh.
how many times can an organization do a fundraiser? As far as within a year, can you address that? Is there a limit?
No, they can go as long as they want. But here's what you need to do. If an organization is going to go for a long length of time, even if they're going to go for 30 days, the one thing you want to do, now here's where y'all responsibility kick in. Guys, with all these fundraisers going on, please know as corporate, we're not paying attention to them. It's your job to say, hey, listen, we have a fundraiser that we're going to be running for a month, a year, whatever it's going to be. So that way you can say every week, we want to send out product for the orders that's coming in. So that way you don't have a customer waiting for a whole year that bought a product from you because you're waiting to the fundraiser end. But remember, if you're not telling us, we're not paying attention, we don't know. Because we're not sitting around looking at and monitoring all the fundraisers. Now, every single week, we can ship to them correctly. You follow me? And even they can get paid where they don't have to wait a year to get their money, whether it's once a month, whether it's every Friday like we pay distributors, we can pay them out even though they're running their fundraiser for any length of time.
I wanted to speak on that because we have some individuals that extend theirs, right? And so some of them will say, well, I'm just gonna hold it off, I'm gonna do it like 2 more months. Well, we need to close it out and then restart.
Okay.
That way the organization can get paid, and then for people who, like for organizations, your product is shipped all together and then you distribute it out. Some individuals, when they go online, they're paying for shipping, and then theirs go out right away. But then some of them will say, well, no, I want all of it to be done together. But people look at it as if it was sanitary now, because I want it now. So we need to close it out and then restart. So you just make us aware of it. It's not that we're not paying attention to it, it's just that, okay, this is your ending date. We're ready to end, but you're not. So you have to, just let us know. But it can go on as long as you want to. And I want to say this to the effect that we have individuals that ask, can we do it under a name? Like, what if I want to do it on my own? Well, if your name and your social is in our system, in the 6-star system, then you can't use your name and your same social. You can't do that, right? One, I want you to know that that person is going to be, 1099, right? 1099, like the organization. So some individuals they're a 501(c)(3), they understand that. So if you want to do if you want to do a fundraiser under your own individual name, know that you are going to be 1099. Okay.
You got to pay taxes on that now.
Right. And so we have, I had a guy he said, Ms. Crump, I have a brilliant idea. I have a family reunion coming up, and I want to, have this to be a way that we bring in funds for the family to be able to, purchase T-shirts or whatever. I said, that's great. But who's going to be the person? You don't have an EIN number. So who's going to be the person that this fundraiser goes under? Because somebody will have to pay taxes on the funds, right?
Okay.
Is it only for nonprofits? Can the LLC company do it?
LLC, yeah.
Absolutely. As long as we got a tax ID
Right.
or social to send it to, because at the end of the day, the money that's made, our CPA is going to 1099 those individuals. Because if not, the company will be paying taxes on money that they got. So that's why we want to be able to have that. Listen, also, guys, we want you on Facebook. We have a private Facebook group. It's the number 6, the word star, for everybody that's on Facebook. If you are not a part of that group, the number 6, the word star, send us a request and we'll approve you. Because that way, that's kind of where we disseminate a lot of information. So individuals are updated, a lot of distributors are there. So we want to make sure that you're in the loop with us. So if you're not a part of the 6-star Facebook group, send us that message. The number 6, the word star, send us a request, and we'll be sure to get you approved so we can keep you in the loop on what's going on with us around the country. Anything else? Questions, concerns, comments? Yes,
If you
ma'am.
become a vendor, like doing at a vendor event, can more than one person be there selling products?
Yeah, if there have been vending events where there have been more than one jewel distributor, but you want to target a lot of events where you be the only one, right? And here's the thing, I'm glad you brought that up. When you're doing vending events, guys, bring enough products so you can actually do demonstrations. Some of y'all